Hey, quick question. If you're angry about all of the comments coming out about people not being upset that the CEO of United Healthcare, Brian Thompson, was murdered in the street, are you also upset about the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of Americans that were inflicted violence upon by United Healthcare by not paying their claims, not providing them medical care? The tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people that died because they couldn't get healthcare that they needed? Are you equally as upset about that? Because if you're not, then you don't have an issue with the loss of life. If you're not also equally upset about that, you don't care that people are dying. What you actually care about, it seems, is the idea that being rich, being wealthy, being a billionaire does not make you impervious to violence or even accountability. It appears that you may be afraid that if and when you achieve that level of wealth, because you're definitely going to, that might also happen to you. You see, the thing is, you don't actually care about violence, you just care about who it's inflicted upon, because in your mind there's a hierarchy, because money is moral. The more money you have, the better person you are, and you don't deserve to die. But if you're poor and you have cancer and you need medical treatment, then I guess you're out of luck.
So this young man you're seeing on your screen took the life of the CEO of United Healthcare last Wednesday, and the reactions has been very, very wild, like very wild, very crazy. So, and not just crazy and wild, it's also funny. So we are going to be looking at the various reactions to this, and it's the fact that this particular insurance company is the biggest insurance company in America, not just in America, but in the world, and they are known for denying a lot of claims being made by their clients. So if you're new to this space, kindly subscribe to the channel, like the video, share, leave your comments in the comment section, and let's dive right into the video.
Let me tell y'all what I learned from the CEO shooting of the United Health. The one thing I learned that it don't matter if you are the freaking CEO of a Fortune 500 company and you pass away. Business as usual. When I heard that they still continued the meeting or conference that they had scheduled after knowing that their CEO passed away, mind blown. So take that PTO, take the mental health days, take that sick leave, because at the end of the day, if anything happened to you at little old Walmart or the gas station or even your Fortune 500 company, they will continue as business as usual.
The older I've gotten, I've become more of an avid news watcher. And ever since the United Healthcare CEO, the national news media has been in a tizzy. These folks can't believe the commentary, the memes, the jokes, the honest feelings from people surrounding the of this man. And I personally haven't seen anybody like not be sympathetic towards someone losing their life in general. It's more of what he represents in a toxic and unfair industry regarding health insurance. So it may seem like people are disregarding that a man was on camera, but they're really addressing the symbolism of what they feel like it represented and the feeling it's making them feel when they felt helpless against a system that's harmed them for so long, or a family member or somebody they know. But look at this clip as an example of what I'm talking about. But she was saying the same thing, just how appalled she was at the American people having these feelings towards somebody getting. To me, this shows me a few things. One, either these people are completely out of touch, not understanding, or two, this was directed from their boss to take this perspective, or three, they're just doing honest journalism reporting on what the feelings of the American people have been regarding this event.
I saw somebody post today saying that, Spider-Man would have had that CEO shooter caught immediately. Spider-Man? Peter Parker. The man whose number one biggest op is his aunt's medical bills. Yeah, no, he's not saving shit. Quite literally, Peter Parker's biggest op outside of main villains is usually his aunt's insurance company. Shit, the way I see it, the only hero in New York who'd actually be terrified is Tony Stark. All heroes in New York, please respond. One of my good buddies at United Healthcare just got pieced outside of his hotel room. I'm calling all heroes for a citywide search to find the person responsible. Man, Midtown, that's pretty far away. I'm all the way out here in Queens. By the time I get over there, he'll have already gone. Maybe guys, Daredevil. Hell's Kitchen is really close. Luke Cage might help you. I'm off the table for this one. Spidey, we could really use you swinging through the streets right now, bud. You sure you can't make? You know, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. The guy that just got shot denied Aunt May her claim for her surgery, and we had to pay out of pocket like $20,000 for that. I'm not a rich man like Mr. Stark over there. So yeah, no, I think you guys got this. Yeah.
So we've all seen the picture of the supposed shooter and his smile. And all I could think of was this head cannon, because that's what we do. We all come up with stories like, well, what's he doing this? Why is he doing this? And that smile, somebody gave him that smile. And just imagine if the person that gave him that smile died when they didn't have to because they were denied health care. The one that gave him that smile, the one that probably called him their precious boy, is dead. And their only crime was not being able to afford health care. That smile, that was a gift given by a bigger gift that was taken away from that man.
Big corporations are now removing their LinkedIn profiles, beefing up security, and all of this over the CEO of United Healthcare being taken out. So if the guy's goal was to send a message after taking out the CEO, well, it looks like it worked. I mean, this has big corporations absolutely terrified now. Not to mention Blue Cross Blue Shield was about to start charging extra for anesthesia depending on how long it needed to be administered or whatever, and now they even took away that policy because of this whole situation. And not to mention, since everybody is commenting and just supporting the guy who took out the CEO, United Healthcare even turned off the comments on their post basically saying RIP to the CEO because they knew a bunch of people would flood the comments and just, have no remorse and whatnot. But what do you all think about this? Let me know in the comments.
So I see this headline, reward money for info on United Healthcare CEO's killer now up to $60,000 between FBI and NYPD. And that's fantastic, but I think you're all missing the point here. People don't want money. Money doesn't matter anymore. Money is fictitious, it's made up, it's fugazi, right? And a year from now, that $60,000 is going to be worth like $40,000, right? We know it's not going to keep its value. If you want actual tips, you should say a tip leading to the arrest of this person, and we'll give you free healthcare for life. Don't miss the point. Because that amount, that's like one catastrophic hospital visit. You should get at least 2 out of helping find this guy.
You want to know why nobody cared that the CEO of United Healthcare died? I have 2 stories for you. One, first story, I worked at a dental office. We had a patient that had a crown done. The insurance company paid it. Months later, the insurance sent a note to the office asking for their money back. They re-reviewed the claim and decided that there wasn't enough cracks and decay, so they would not pay for the crown. They asked for their money back. 2, I worked in the urology department and the pre-authorization department. I had to call the insurance company to get a bladder surgery approved. Patient had cancer. The agent is going through a list of questions that I have to answer. She got to a particular question and sighed. She said, the question was, do you think the patient is going to live more than 5 years? Here I am, a $12 an hour employee, talking to probably a $13 employee, deciding whether or not a patient should get a particular procedure based on whether or not they're going to live more than 5 years. That's why. That's why nobody cares. That's why.
The death of the United Healthcare CEO has got me realizing one thing, which is Americans are extremely united on billionaires being unalived. Should we start a new party?
As a European, I love seeing Americans coming together, unify. I feel like that's the first time that everyone's on the same page when it comes to this case, and I think it's fascinating. I just wish that we could also all agree on topics such as fighting climate change, protecting our environment, democracy, respecting women. Yeah, but I guess it's a good start.
The way the CEO of United HealthCare was killed is an absolute tragedy. It's unbelievable. I cannot believe the man that did this. If you know who he is, please let us know. This man is fine, beautiful, sexy. Did you see his grin in that picture? Who is this man? Anyways, the Christmas lighting is still on. And if you see a man that can handle guns, you have him.
Oh, that's terrible.
You seem kind of psyched.
No, I'm bummed.
So guys, if there was anything the 2024 elections actually caused, was the divide. The division it caused was so much that, family members started turning against each other, uninviting friends and families for Thanksgiving, even the forthcoming holidays. And boom, just some weeks after this election, Americans are united once again. And if you know the reason why, it's because this guy unalived the CEO of United Healthcare, and everybody seems to be dancing to the same tune of music. I do not blame people for celebrating or being happy that this man was unalived, but one way or the other, people have lost family members that have got claims denied by this company, and even if they never lost anybody, they had to pay through their pocket. And if there's anything you know about Americans healthcare system, the bills are crazy. Like, you just go to the hospital, probably you had an emergency and you rushed into the ER, and when you get to the ER, trust me, you're not even spending up to 5 hours, but the bill you're going to be seeing is something that is so crazy, and you're asking yourself, is it just because of how many hours did I spend here and I am getting this kind of bill? So, and because of this corruption in the healthcare system, because of the high cost of medical bills, people end up not going to the hospital. I know of someone that lost her life in 2020, and the reason why this woman lost her life was because she couldn't afford the bills, and she felt she didn't have the need to go to the hospital. She kept on managing this thing until the end of the day she lost her life. I want to believe this should be a wake-up call for insurance companies, not just medical insurance company, but any kind of insurance company at all. So right now, this guy was arrested yesterday, and I'm sure with the arrest, we are going to be getting more information about what led him to doing this. And also, I want to believe he didn't do this alone. Probably he's got some kind of informant that was giving him information, knowing where this man was at the time, because report had it that this man actually had the security personnel around him. But why is it that at the time he was on his way for this meeting, his security guards were not with him? So this is something that needs to be investigated. I know people are celebrating. Does that mean it is right? Of course not. But this guy has committed this crime and he's going to get punished. He's going to serve his time. So that brings us to the end of today's video. I'm going to be bringing a video showing different reactions to this arrest. And if you're new to this space, subscribe. Click the subscribe button, like the video, share, leave your thoughts in the comment section, as that would be highly appreciated. And we are going to see in the next one. Bye bye.